It's your man Drip God here, and today we're reviewing Offset, Father of Four. Offset, Atlanta rapper, part of the great rap group Migos, has always been my personal favorite Migo. I always thought he was pretty fire. I knew it was official when I heard the song Freestyle, featuring all the Migos and Young Thug. If you haven't heard it, check it out. Pretty fire. Offset is that nigga when it comes to it. He dropped this project Father of Four, and I was expecting typical Migos shit. You know, the solo Quavo project was really whatever. Takeoff shit was pretty whatever. The Last Culture was pretty whatever. They're not bad at all. They have really good beats. It's just, I was getting tired of the Migos. Like everyone else, I was getting tired of the Migos. It's too much music. Nobody wanted to hear it. And that's what I was expecting coming into this project. I was like, okay, it's just Offset's turn to do what the fuck everybody else was doing and just continue to put out this mindless trap music. And boy, was I surprised when I heard this shit. This shit right here is pure growth. Offset grows on this album. He shows a side that we never really seen of any of the Migos. It's very introspective and self-conscious. He's really aware of what he's doing. He's really aware of his lifestyle. A lot of people look at the Migos and they just think, alright, it's just the Migos, bro. Fucking diamond chains and fucking bad and bougie. You know what I'm saying? But this shit right here, this put a new light on at least Offset, a new perspective. The album starts with the title track, Father of Four, which has this extremely poetic, narrative-ish verse, more like a poem from Big Ruby, and it's just beautiful. The man has a lovely voice. I wish my voice was that deep. That shit is really... And then Offset hops on and raps about his fucking kids. His fucking kids. And it was just extremely heartfelt. He raps about each child, and it's so amazingly heartfelt. He raps about how he was behind bars for the birth of one of his children. He raps about how one of his children only wants to listen to his music and how much he loves that kid. And that kid is just really a reflection of him. And he raps about his other kid too, but baby culture. And baby culture reminds him of his grandma, and he just loves them to death. And this song is just so beautiful to me because, like, a lot of the time you don't think of the Migos as, people. You think of them as just the celebrities who just smoke weed, drink lean, and wear big iced out chains. These niggas are really human beings, and this guy just really shows that with how much he talks and the passion he talks about his kids with. Next, you have the song How Did I Get Here, where Offset embarks on this really reflective, introspective, triumphant song about how he came from nothing, dealt with depression, lost loved ones, but now he's in a position where he's just so high and so thankful and grateful, but he still shits on his haters. The song is so beautiful. The beat is ice cold. J. Cole comes through with this really, J. Cole-ish verse. I'm not the biggest J. Cole fan, but, it's a good verse. It's not a bad verse, but, it didn't really bring to the song. The song itself, without J. Cole, would have been masterful. With J. Cole, it was still masterful. Offset just really reflects and really just go on about how he triumphed from just all types of hardships that regular day-to-day African Americans face growing up in these slums and growing up in these areas. It's just so beautiful. It's just so beautiful. Then we have the song Lick. And Lick is a song of atonement. I believe. Because Offset raps about hitting licks just to make a living, to feed his kids, to try to get something going for himself. The only way he thought he could, which was just breaking the law and just trying to get the bag the wrong way. And he feels bad in the song himself. He says he repents. He didn't feel right doing those things to those people, but he had to do what he had to do to survive. And the song is just, it just shows so much growth. Like, the first 4 or 5 tracks of this thing were just so amazing and just so mature. Followed by the song Licks is the song Tats on My Face. And Tats on My Face is just a song where Offset just talks his shit. He just talks his shit. Just talks his fucking shit. He flexes on his fucking haters. He also addresses some demons he has with addiction. And he just, for the most part, he just talks shit. He just talks his shit, and it's a fucking banger. Like, that's all it is. That's all you need to know. Go check the shit out. Next, we have the song Made Man, where Offset hops on this nice beat with this pretty speedy flow, and he just pops his shit one more time for us, you know. He has these pretty fire lines. One of them where he just says, "Put the beam to your head like you Krillin." I wouldn't have guessed that Offset was watching Dragon Ball Z, but that's pretty cool. That was a cool line. Little tight anime reference I wasn't expecting. And then he has this other line where he just says, "You niggas ain't goats, you sheeps." And this line touched me, because a lot of niggas out here think that they goats and that they legendary and that they so great, and it's just like, bro, you're not doing anything to prove that. You're more of the same, you know. Like, fuck out of here with that shit. Next, we have the song Wild Wild West, where Offset and Gunna hop on this smooth, slick beat and just start popping shit. Offset starts the song off pretty slow, and then he picks up his flow, starts speedy rapping. It's pretty tight. I like to see Offset flex his lyrical ability a little bit more. Or not his lyrical ability, more like his speed. And then Gunna comes on, you know, Gunna, Drip Lord, the nigga who just pops shit all fucking day long, hops on. Sounds pretty regular, you know. Gunna sounds the same on all songs, but he comes through and he has this line about dripping like hot sauce. I was expecting him to say top off next, but then he has this line about putting his balls in a hole like golf. and good for you, Gunna. Good for you. Next, we have the song North Star, where Offset raps about how his personal life isn't so personal anymore because of the internet and because of his stardom, and how everyone's really in his shit, but it doesn't matter because he's just going to triumph and he's going to continue to become a star and just be the brightest star he can possibly be, as well as having his family rely on him and follow him while he leads them because he's the North Star, North Side. The song is very beautiful. The beat, super expensive. This shit is probably the most expensive beat on here. CeeLo Green hops on with these beautiful lyrics about, you know, being a star and shining and not letting the internet or the world get to you. His voice is beautiful as always, very powerful. It's a very powerful song. I enjoyed it. Not really one that I'm gonna return to that often, but it's a good song nonetheless. Next, we have the song After Dark, where Offset hops on this beautiful beat. It's probably by far my favorite beat on the entire album. It has this nice little sample of this woman singing, along with this harp sounding instrument just gliding through the whole fucking instrumental. And then occasionally these fucking strings come in, and these fucking strings, oh my god, they're orgasmic. I just want to nut myself every time I hear that shit. Shit is so beautiful. And Offset just comes through and delivers these bars about his dead brother who he loves and wish could be here and see him shine and just be here with him shining and shine his damn self. It's very touching. The second verse, he kind of just pop his shit and talk about, you know, having money and fucking hoes, but that's typical. You expect that of the nigga. Next, you have the song Don't Lose Me, which is a very cute and mushy song, very pretty, where Offset kind of just starts the song off with this apology he gave to his wife, Cardi B, and it was a very public apology. She didn't take to it too well, but it didn't stop him from putting it in the intro of this song where he kind of just apologizes and promises to stay faithful and just love her and his kids and stop all the shenanigans. Do I believe he's going to do it? I don't care. It's not my relationship. I just hope that he does. He keeps his word. The song is very beautiful, very mushy, it's just a cute song. It's a cute song. I don't know. I could see this one sitting well with a lot of women. Maybe some dudes. After the track Don't Lose Me, Offset drops a series of tracks that we would expect from Offset. Migos type tracks. Where Offset hops on these generic yet fire trap beats with features from Travis Scott, Cardi B, 21 Savage, Gucci Mane. Typical Migos material. These songs consisted of Underrated, Legacy, Clout, On Fleek, and Quarter Milli. And all of these songs are pretty good. 21 Savage has a pretty good verse about not snitching. Cardi B also has this pretty fire flow and verse that she drops on the track Clout, and I didn't expect Cardi B to give me a verse that I was gonna fuck with this hard, but I fuck with that shit. That shit is fucking fire. As well as Gucci Mane, who comes on with this pretty crazy delivery and flow where he just sounds like a fucking character. Personally, it was so unique and just out there that it was my favorite feature on the entire album. And Offset does his thing on all of these songs. He really just pops his shit and just shows everyone why he's still a star. Quavo and Travis Scott, on the other hand, had some pretty underwhelming or just dime a dozen, features. Travis Scott is Travis Scott. At this point, it's just Travis Scott, bro. If it's not his song and he's doing some amazing shit, he'll be doing some, auto-tune, blase. As well as Quavo, who, is Quavo, dog. That song actually sounded like a Migos song from like fucking 2015. The shit was pretty tight. I liked it. And then he comes through with the song Red Room, where it's another just reflective track about how far he's come and how much he misses his grandma and his brother. And then the final cut came a long way. Offset kind of just reflects on where he is and where he used to be, and just continues with this very self-conscious and introspective theme that was very dominant throughout the entire album. Overall, this album was really good. I was not expecting it to be as good as it is, and I was just kind of expecting some takeoff Quavo shit, but this shit right here, man, this really separate Offset from the rest of them. Offset is the best Migos. Offset is more self-aware and just more talented than we give him credit for, and it was really a game changer, this one. It reminded me of 21 Savage, I Am Greater Than I Was, which is just super introspective, reflective, and just shows a lot of growth. I love this album. I'd give it an 8 out of 10, maybe even a 9. It's really good. Not a bad song on here. And I was just super impressed. Very impressed. But that's all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for fucking with your man, Drip God. I hope you guys don't clown me because I'm sweating. But thanks for fucking with me. Leave a like if you like. Please subscribe. Comment below. Fuck with your boy.